Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. As you know, I have been extremely busy. I went to Washington, D.C. on the 13th. The 14th, we took off to New York for like 4 days, came back to Washington, D.C., packed my son up and headed back, and we got here like 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, just before Christmas Eve. So anyway, today I am live and I am so happy that you are joining me. For those of you who are new and you may be home normally working and you're catching me live, please say who you are and where you're from so we can all welcome you. I, of course, have a lot of business to take care of. I keep looking down because I have so much to cover since I've been gone. But first of all, let's get the business out of the way, and then we are going to do a New Year's card. Here I was thinking I don't have any New Year's stamps, and I have one that I had never opened. So we are going to use that today. So again, thank you for joining me. Comment where you're from so that I can welcome you. So my first part of business is I've been offering this class kit for this perpetual calendar. So you'll get all of the supplies to make this. So it's got the 2 boxes with all the numbers on it. The other boxes that have all the months on them. So you just rotate it around every time the month changes, and then the little stand. So this is a sneak peek into some designer series paper that's coming January. And I want to say it's lavender something. I can't even remember the name, but it has to do with the lavender set. So if you spend $35 in my shopping link, which has my host code, and I think it's like December shop link. After the video's done, I will put all of these links into the description of this video so that you will be able to just click on it and you can go do your shopping. Once you use that link, I will know to send you this kit. And these kits ship January 6th because I have to wait for the paper to come. Valentine Retreat in a Box. So I have been advertising this. This is going to include 6 projects, all using this Be Mine bundle. So you're going to make 4 cards and 2 3D projects. And your kit will include, I think it's like $26 in Stampin Up products. So you'll get half a pack of designer series paper, and I hope I'm correct. I haven't done this in a bit. I should put my glasses on. I know you'll get a half a pack of these square boxes, which is these square, oops, he's upside down, square pillow boxes. You'll get a spool of the ribbon, the Sweet Sorbet ribbon that goes with the sweet, and a package of the embellishments. So, and then plus all the materials to make the 6 projects. So for that, it is $50 plus shipping if you're out of town. That's option number 2, which it comes with the full PDF tutorial that has the step-by-step instructions for each project. And it will have pillow gifts for you, and it will have the instructions to the pillow gifts out as well. So for $88, let me get my, you'll get everything as before, but it'll have, it'll include the bundle. So it comes with the Builder Punch and the stamp set. So that's $88, and you'll get everything as before. And the last option is option number 3, which will be just the PDF tutorial, and that'll be $20, and that will be available after the 13th. That's when the kits ship. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I will put the registration link up for that. let's get this out of the way. Like I said, I've had so much catching up to do. I had to do my Sweet Stampin' Friends project for January. So just a reminder, there's a few days left for you to get the December one. And that's another, if you spend $35 in my online store, you can get that. So since I have the other special of the calendar, I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want the calendar or do you want the tutorial? So I have not received my catalogs. I have received your requests for them. As soon as I receive them, I will send them out to you. So if you need these catalogs, just let me know. I will put the link to the request for these as well. And if you'd like the step-by-step instructions for each Workshop Wednesday project, just join my email list. And each Sunday I send out the whole tutorial with the step-by-step instructions how to do and the link to the video so you know how to put your project together. Wow, I think that is up. I had a list here because I knew I'd probably forget something. So here is our project for today. Here's the stamp set. It's Year to Celebrate. Like I said, I hadn't even opened this set. And I was like, I need a New Year's card. And since this is going to be retiring, it's on sale right now for $11.40. I had to put that on there so I didn't forget to tell you. But look, you can use it for a birthday. You can just use these noise makers and blowers. I wasn't sure what to call them. I know they're a noise maker, and these ones just blow out air. But anyway, this is the stamp set that we're going to use. And remember, it's on sale. And we're going to use the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. So let me grab this sheet out because that's the one we're going to use. And we are going to use some basic white cardstock and Berry Burst as our card base. So let me grab my trimmer, move some of this stuff out of the way, and we can cut our card base. So our card base, we're going to go ahead and score it at 5.5 on the long side because I'm doing it where it'll be 4 1/4 by 11. So 4 1/4. And we know that this is 11, and we're just going to fold that right in half. So let's go ahead and cut our Designer Series paper. And this is going to be at 5. I'm trying to remember how I got the stripes. 5. So let's go this way first. 3 3/4. It's 3 3/4 by 5. I wanted to get my stripes going this direction. And that is it. So that will go on top of this. And let's go ahead and cut our basic white, which is going to be 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then we're going to need another piece. Actually, I could probably just use this piece. But technically, you would need I'll just cut it, a 3 by 3 piece. 3 by 3. And these are just to stamp our 2 noise makers that we are going to pop up with our dimensionals. Okay, I think that's all the trimming. And can you believe today we don't use any dies, no cut and emboss machine. So let's burnish this nice and crisp. We're going to add this piece on. And you guys might have noticed that the ribbon on my card is no longer available. I actually had created this card with different Designer Series paper and ribbon. I'll show you at the end. I hope I remember. You guys need to remind me. But this ribbon is no longer available. So we're going to use the iridescent ribbon. I was trying to look something sparkly for, you know, the new year. So here is our 2.5 by 4 1/4 designer series paper. So we are going to stamp our sentiment at the top, and we're going to stamp it in Berry Burst ink. So, oops, wow. I got ink all over my block. Got a little carried away there. Then, well, since I have this out, we'll finish this. I get carried away. So then we're going to do Blueberry Bushel. And we're going to stamp our noise maker. We're going to angle it. So kind of put it like this. If it does end up on New Year's, it's okay. My first one did. And then we're going to stamp this. I called this like the fill-in or the, I'm trying to think what I called it. So we're going to stamp off first. The fringe, that's what I called it in my instructions. We're going to stamp off the fringe. And then these are the inside lines. And we're going to do those ones full strength right on top of it. Like so. And then this card is really quick and easy. Next, we're going to do the Lemon Lolly. I was putting all the stamps on the ink that I need. So Lemon Lolly, we are going to stamp this one. This Lemon Lolly, I was going with the colors that were in the designer series paper. I wish it was a little bit darker for this project. And then we're going to use the little piece that is like where you blow from. And this one I'm going to stamp it full strength, just again because this color is so light. And then on the other one I will do it stamp off first. So now here's our piece that is done. But what we're going to do is we are going to rough up our edges. So you get your paper snips and you just run it across. Keep running it across so that like it shreds it. I guess that's what you would call it. But we're going to rough up these edges. I don't want just a regular flat edge. And of course, the more that you do it, the rougher it's going to be. But you just use your paper snips and kind of rough up the edges. And like I said, the more you do, can you guys see that? The more you do, the rougher it gets. All right, so now I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm going to do the top left corner and the bottom right and just curve it. Just do your bone folder like that and just curve a little bit, right like that. So now let me get all this fuzz out of the way and we're going to glue this to the front. And we're not going to add glue to those two corners. So kind of just add glue, but not in those corners because we want those corners to stay popped up. And we'll just put it right on there like so. Let's make sure it gets all glued down. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, with this 3x3 piece of paper I was telling you about, we're going to stamp the other two that we need. So this one's in Berry Burst. I'm not sure why I'm getting so much ink all over my blocks. So this one, oops, I need to clean it because we used it already. And this one, I'm going to stamp off first. And it's just going to become a little lighter, like so. And then now we need to, I need to clean these ones. because I had a lot of stamps to clean. I love my chamois for that reason. I guess my berry burst is so juicy. I think that's why I keep getting ink all over my blocks. So what are your guys' plans for the new year? I think we're just going to be very quiet here. So we're going to use, let me close this up so I don't drop it on my card. We're going to use Lemon Lime Twist now. And we're using the striped one. And we'll stamp that one. And then we're going to do this the same as we did the other. So stamp off, stamp it. It's pretty light, I know, but our dark ones will show up. Like so. If you want to do it full strength, let me show you. You can do full strength here, and then full strength here. And your lines are still going to show up. It's just, it's darker. So it's your preference. So since there's no dies to this set, we need to die cut them. Die cut them. We need to cut them with our paper snips. You know me, it doesn't bother me to fussy cut anything. Just cut around, move your paper, let your scissors do the cutting. And then I'm going to show you a trick that I did on this one. Because I wanted to make those, like I said, I called it fringe. But I wanted them to like, seem like they were blowing out. So what I did is in between the lines, it's just kind of cut. And there's no right or wrong. You can just cut wherever. Just snip it a little bit. Like so. I can't get my finger out. And then just run your bone folder again and like work the pieces that you cut so that it kind of gives it that like it's being blown and flying around look. And we're going to cut this one. And I like the look of this one when I did this piece lighter so that it stood out a little better. And I'm doing like a very thin white border on these pieces. Yes, I had such a great time in New York. It was definitely not what I expected. I mean, but my son kept saying, well, you guys came at a time where things were nice, I guess. I don't know. I didn't find it like very dirty or... I'm going to use these edges here off of my dimensionals for this part. But I mean, I rode the subway. It was very clean. Didn't have any problems. We just had a good time, a real good time. We stayed near Times Square, so that was nice. I did a lot of walking. I actually had to go buy me a pair of shoes because I had blisters on my feet. So I'm going to cross this one over like this with the dimensionals. And we got to see some plays. We seen, put this one here. We seen Little Shop of Horrors, Chicago, and Lion King. So yeah, we got into 3 shows while we were there. So I gotta open this iridescent ribbon. Because like I said, I used that other one. But, I mean, I seen every site possible because, like I said, it was my first time and I wanted to see. We walked like 3 miles just to get to the 9/11 memorial. And then we, this needs to go over. Like I said, that's why I got blisters. And I'm going to use my little hands over here. And we're just going to tie this one in a knot right right now, just this piece. Tie it in a knot. But yeah, I seen Statue of Liberty, 9/11, seen shows, went to Times Square. Pretty much did all the touristy things, went to Rockefeller Center. So, you know, all the places, the main places were very, very busy. A lot of people go out to New York for Christmas to see all this stuff. Went to St. Patrick's Cathedral. So we're just tying that in a knot. Now you can leave it like that, or we can tie a bow and put the bow on it. This ribbon's a little thicker than the other one I had used, so it's totally up to you. But just tie a bow, and it doesn't have to be too big. But yeah, we did everything that we could. Then when we got back to Washington, D.C., we did everything there. We walked some more. We went to Ford's Theater, the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, the Vietnam, sorry, can't think and talk at the same time. So this, we're just going to add glue dots and add it here. I want to move, well, I stuck it now. And it's okay that you have those other things, the other wings, I guess you could call them. But yeah, we did everything we possibly could. I want to move this bow down so it's not covering Happy New Year. Or we can go towards the top. But yeah, I hadn't walked so much in quite a long time there. So then that way you could still see Happy New Year. But again, if you want to keep it in a knot, or you can add the bow. Here's the one with the knot. I just did the knot. Yeah, we did quite a bit. My body was probably like, lady, what are you doing to me? You never walk this much. My watch was actually running out because I was getting so much. My darn nails, I polished them and I keep marking everything up. So we're going to put this in, well, let's stamp it first. We are going to add some confetti in Lemon Lolly. And we're just going to add this to the corners. And you can go with a brighter color. The reason I went with the more subtle is in case you write a lot inside of it. And you can write over it and you'll be able to see your writing. Okay. Have any of you all been to New York? I thought I was probably the only one that has never been. But I got to scratch it off. The day we went to see Statue of Liberty, it was a little bit foggy. Luckily, we left just as the rain was coming. So we didn't have to deal with the rain. It was cold, walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. And there's our inside, and we're not done with the outside yet. We gotta add some bling because it's New Year's. And we will add some rhinestones. And the more rhinestones, the better, right? Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Add a rhinestone. Oops. Oh, it's hidden behind my bow. And believe it or not, I'm not using Wink of Stella, but you could put Wink of Stella on those and make more bling. So there's our card. Now, wasn't that quick and easy? Because this one is no longer available. This designer series paper is still available. Let me show you the one I originally made. And this was the very Merry and Bright designer series paper. It's no longer available, so I had to change my my final project. So if you still have this Merry and Bright, you can make this one. Just what I did is, again, I took the colors from the DSP, and you can see I added the bow on this one. So this is Pool Party. And I think Granny Apple Green, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, and Flirty Flamingo. But here's the one this would be the one that you can make unless you have this ribbon. But quick and easy, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And wow, next Wednesday we'll be in January. That is so crazy. So I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful New Year's. Please be safe if you're traveling. And I will see you guys next week. And Happy New Year. Take care, everybody. Bye.